Hey guys, it's Apocalypse here, and today I wanted to talk to you about a new policy that's coming out on YouTube. If many of you may know, YouTube is finally shutting the door down, literally, on gameplay videos, and maybe other stuff. If you're relating to some sort of content, they're going to shut the door on you, and this is upsetting to me because I do gameplay commentaries and all that, you know. So, I mean, if you guys really want to see more videos, I'm sorry to say I'm changing my style so that way we can fit in with this new crowd that seems to be taking place in YouTube. So I want to hear your thoughts, guys, about this whole new thing about how every single YouTuber, from Angry Joe, to PewDiePie, every single one of them is going to be affected. I mean, this kind of makes me weirded out whether or not it's really worth doing YouTube if you're just going to get treated like this. I mean, there's nothing you can do to stop it. And for all of you that are thinking like, no, this isn't permanent, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not going to be able to do what you used to want to do. People are going to really get mad at you. I've seen people like freaking out over this, and it's sad. There's a lot of people that have their full career on YouTube, and these are the people that are going to be affected the most. So well, I mean, I will be affected. I mean, I'm only making pocket change, but my YouTube videos are mostly of gameplay. You know? So, when we're getting through this, a lot of people have told me lately that the reason they feel skeptical over this is because of the fact that me and you can't really do anything about it, and really sad that we can't change the policy. I mean, YouTube might in the future, but we're stuck where we are right now. But I wanted to tell you why I really stopped posting videos. A lot of you have been sending me emails. I don't really have the time, but I'm going to try and start coming back in with you guys. But if this keeps happening, where YouTube's starting to just get more and more with it that they don't want us to do anything about what they want, like what is on there, I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to stay on YouTube if this is the case. There's other people going around saying that it's not really YouTube's fault that they have to do this. It's because people have been just ransacking their website. Well, if that's the case, then how come over tons of years YouTube has only gotten bigger and bigger and bigger? I mean, that just doesn't make sense. That's literally half their population, just video gamers. People who just upload videos like I do. We're the basis, bottom line. Whether we're good or bad, we're the basis. YouTube is not going to succeed in this new market. And that's pretty sad because One of the things I loved was going on YouTube, watching some guy do a gameplay video. But if that's gone, you, anyone else, we can't touch that line. We can't make it so that way they change it back. It's just impossible. A lot of people have given this critic that it's our fault. It's the people who make videos' faults. And it truly isn't. You have these people that are wonderfully talented at editing and everything, and they're just using a gameplay as their basis. I mean, that just really takes it away. Takes away everything that you stand for. You want to stand for, at least. Whether or not you're affected by it, you're gonna see why pretty soon. And if you think, well, they're not gonna do something stupid, remember, there's a lot of companies that do something stupid. If I can take back to the Sega Dreamcast and all of that, man, all of that. Like how Review Tech USA really said it, is that this era is the last pretty much era for video gaming. Because if you can't adapt, then you're out of the game. There's no going back in. And I was speaking to someone about it, and we just couldn't find some way to really put it down. It's like, how are you supposed to do something in a low amount of time that you see? Because people are just going to change YouTube whether they like it or not. Corporations do it all the time. And what we really want to know is whether or not that this affects us forever. Because if it does, there is no way to change it. For all of you that think that I'm just rambling on, that doesn't really matter, you should know that every single minute that you're watching YouTube, that's a minute that's going to change. And personally, I don't want to see that. That's something that, people are going to go crazy over. If you want to see YouTube turn into a shithole, let it just go. But if you're someone who really radically believes that YouTube is the funnest place in the world to watch Halo, Machinima, Call of Duty, and any of that, I'm sorry to say that your lives are going to change. And not for the better. No, not for the better. You're going to be stuck behind in a stone age of whether YouTubers think they can post or have to think what they post. Have to think. Most YouTubers don't have this problem. Alright? Let's take an example, PewDiePie. If there is no gameplay, what is his channel? Literally, what is his channel? Nothing. Nothing. You cannot say one thing. He does open mail, but what YouTuber that is that famous doesn't? There will be nothing special about him. Despite me not liking him, I kind of feel bad, because that's what he's kind of reliant on. Now, a lot of people have been questioning or not whether or not companies, if they give you Inquisition to use their footage, like Bohemia Interactive does, which is the makers of Arma. If you guys aren't familiar with Arma, Arma is a military simulator. Deals with like combat, strategy, all of that. A lot of people use that. and they were one of the first companies to really go out on people not using their content with their permission. But they let people use their content with their permission if you just asked. But the thing is, if you don't have the capability of getting that, and some companies you might, and then what the YouTube is saying, this whole thing is that no matter what, where you go, they're going to manually watch your video. And this is just really bad for all of you guys that wanted to just get out of the average YouTuber, because no one can get up to that height. Eventually all of us gamers are just going to crumble on each other because we're scrambling to find something to talk about, because there is no thing to talk about. You're dead right on the spot. You can't change what is required whether or not you wish it didn't happen. What's required now is that everyone basically has to play along with this YouTube rules without even talking about it. And I don't know about you, but that's really turns me off from going on YouTube. I have a really deep problem with just letting them go and letting them just like go out, because I've spent so much time, doing this, getting gameplay videos together and editing them with the minimal talent that I actually have, which I'm working on, by the way. That is all gone. All that work I put in, it's all gone. There's no revalue of it. And then people who keep saying that we're not going to be able to do anything more besides that. I mean, where do you drop the fact that there's nothing left to do on YouTube? I mean, we never seen the day that would happen, but think about it. What is there left? Stylish videos that take months to edit? Imagine if every YouTuber was on a month consistent for making a good project video. Alright, we go month one. And maybe some of them start later than others because they're just wrapping up their gaming sessions, because they have to end it right there. So, let's start from day one. Alright? Day one, YouTubers are talking about their projects and all of that. Oh, not to mention the Nuka-Cola. The Nuka project for Fallout. They're gone. That's not going to stay because it's video game related. It's that won't stay. Everything that's related to content won't stay. So for Smosh, they do mostly things related on things. They'll do like some random thing about YouTube and everything, and a corporation can just take them on. I mean, right away, because YouTube is getting this head nod that they are going to monitor every single video and look out for this stuff. Because I bet they're pretty tired too. Because you have a lot of these people that just claim stuff and they're just filling out forums because they're companies. But if you're not really claiming out stuff that's valuable, you're not helping the system. And a lot of people feel like that this series of events that's taking place is the end, which I'm starting to believe too. I thank you guys for listening to this, and there is no gameplay. And if you notice why, it is because that's what the next era of YouTube is. None. Nada. Everything's gone. And that is why you have to realize the whole consensus of why this is bad. Because no matter what, how much they take and how much they do, they're taking away the right to just go on and do whatever you want. Like the original YouTube content prize, you know? All these parodies about video games, gone. I can relate to a few. The Halo versus Counter-Strike, 2 games in there. That would have been gone. If this YouTube policy was day one, that wouldn't have never been there. The only people that would survive are like Psy and Gundam Style, but he only makes a video like what, every 5 months when he releases a new song. Let's take some other YouTubers as an example. The guy who did Numa Numa, only a one-time thing. He would survive, but think about it. You watch that once. You don't watch that. You don't watch consistency of that guy just doing random songs, right? It was funny once, but it's not funny again. You're not going to get the same consistent value every time. It's going to turn into the state where everyone's trying to just lynch off of the remainder group that's even left at the gaming community's gone. Because then you have all the Vivos, and well, those probably get right past the YouTube censorship. You don't really go there for new content. You go there just to listen to a song. And to me, that's not really YouTube. That's just market capitalism right there. It doesn't really have to deal with anything that's YouTube related. It's just going based off of what everyone else wants to tend to believe, as well as all this other stuff that's on there. And you know what, I'm just gonna look up some stuff about the YouTube new policy, and let's just see what comes up. YouTube new policy sucks. New comments policy is sanitizing, and you could see this that they've been going on this. They know what they're doing, because if they didn't, they wouldn't be doing this. They wouldn't be just deeming us down. And the funny part is the consoles that everyone's been talking about would be able to do all this recording and recording and recording. That's useless. Because it was going to be that any single person, anyone with a personality, could find their way up the chain. But you're taking that away. No one is going to be able to get up that chain using gameplay videos. No one. And you're going to have these videos that are posted at least in a week. If it's even close to being serious, it will take a week. 3 days if that person is committed. And think about how many videos, let's take an example, FPS Russia. Really good channel, really good stuff. He didn't make money off of YouTube that well. Nope. Did not make money off of YouTube. In fact, he has a job, and using YouTube as a source, he's promoting a product. His usually some of his weapons, but besides that, just having him himself, he represents his company. Before his shutdown, of course. He would do perfect now because he's not aiming to make money off of YouTube. He's aiming to make money for his company, which is something smart. So when you see that all these people, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be signing up with Netflix. They're going to be signing up with companies. And you're going to have to accept it. That's the only way people are going to be paid for their gameplay. But let's say YouTube goes it more, and monetization is not the only thing that's critical about content IDing. They will, if there's content ID and you're not monetizing it, they will just rip off your video, take it off, delete it, bye. That's all you get. Thanks for the video, but our people at corporate don't appreciate what you've been doing for YouTube to get us some people, get us some more people from different communities. And that's what it really just turns into. It's just basically corporate. But you have to get it. Just gotta keep going through. You know, they're gonna say, no, 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 no. We're just gonna have you be able to just have fun. You don't have to worry about it. And you're just gonna look at them, and you're gonna be like, well, then why can't I post my own videos that were pretty good? Well, for those, you have to just see that they're going to just have to really be on that verge of lawyership to get right past that YouTube censorship. They're going to have to be lawyer qualified. You're going to have to know what you're putting up there, know the laws of what the product you're using, in order to even get a video that's semi-related to video games. And that's not the only thing from what I heard. It's other things too. You know, like, not as far as going like video game and video game related. I'm hearing that if you talk about a TV show and you show something from the TV show, you're effed. That's it. You're gone. So it's really hard just to think that through all of this, that my work and everyone else's work, we really just worked for nothing. Building up this little, maybe for me, 2 view, but 2 views is better than someone who has 0. And I'll be honest, I'm not going to be the best YouTuber out there, but I'm pretty darn close to half, maybe a little bit more than half, probably about 80% of every YouTuber out there. I'm at that level. And that level is very varied. But I mean, like, it's just there. Because what do you really think is going to happen? You know? Like, when you have these people who, you know, Let's Plays. The basis of video games themselves on YouTube. Let's Plays. Just take that an example and really just think for a second that all of those whatsoever are gone. You don't have that to be able to really just go out there and do whatever you want. You can't promote games anymore. We're gonna stop hearing so much about all these new games coming out. You know, like someone, you know how Slender started and Minecraft started. You're gonna have less of those because people can't make gameplay videos of those. Like, that's where it goes to. It's even hurting little corporations, in fact, which is quite amazing. That they would have the balls to just like go out there and think that it was wrong. You know, they might say sorry one day, but sorry isn't cutting it. We're really going to be stressful if this is what they want to do, and they could do whatever they want. You know, it's them. It's their site. I'm speaking on their site, in fact. But you're going to be just hit really hard with all this, you know, AI, you know, you're not going to have the video that you want. It's just going to be people talking, like me. This is YouTube, everybody. Welcome to the gameplay section of YouTube. Actually, no longer gameplay. This is just free talk. This is vlog with pictures. I'd like to thank you all for listening, and have a nice last YouTube hours. I mean, it's not the end of YouTube, but it's just the end of the fun of it. And that's all I can really say. Thanks. Bye.